Quick disclaimer, this is an AI voice, which is not going to be perfect. There is a transcript in the description as well as subtitles for you to read along with. There are many factors that influence the success of a business, including its features, its stakeholders, and its ability to communicate effectively. There are many features that a business can have. These include ownership, liability, purposes, sectors, scope of business activities, size, and its reasons for success. There are three types of ownership that a business can have: private, public, and not-for-profit. Private businesses are owned by members of the public who are liable for all aspects of the business. A sole trader is someone who runs the business by themselves, where the business is not separate from the owner. A partnership is similar to a sole trader, but the business has two owners. A private limited company has an owner who can invite people to buy shares of their business, which are not available to the general public. A public limited company has an owner, but its shares are available for the general public to buy. A cooperative business does not have one owner, being owned and controlled by its members. Public companies operate similarly to private companies, but they are owned by the government. Because of this, they are less likely to take risks as they aim to benefit the public, not to make a profit. Not-for-profit do not aim to make a profit, focusing on fulfilling their cause. These businesses are often charities or voluntary organizations. Unlimited liability companies are owned by sole traders and partnerships. The owners are responsible for both the profits and the losses, which means they may have to pay off any debts with their own assets. Limited liability means the owners are not responsible for the losses and can only lose the amount that they have put in the business. The purpose of a business may be to sell products, or to provide a service, or to do both. The purpose of a business may be to make a profit, typically if it is a private business. However, private and not-for-profit businesses generally have the purpose of benefiting society. There are four different sectors that a business can be in. The primary sector involves the extraction and collection of natural resources. The secondary sector involves the transformation of raw materials into finished goods or products. The tertiary sector focuses on providing services to businesses and consumers rather than producing and selling goods. The quaternary sector focuses on knowledge-based services and information processing. The scope of a business's activities means the range that is covered by the business. A local business is owned locally and serves the local area with a small customer base. A national business operates in one nation or country and has a larger customer base with multiple locations. An international business operates in multiple countries with multiple locations in other countries. The size of a business is measured by the number of employees or staff that it has. A micro business has up to 9 employees or staff. A small business has between 10 and 49 employees or staff. A medium business has between 50 and 249 employees and staff. A large business has 250 or more employees or staff. Success is measured differently by different businesses and depends on the aim the business is trying to fulfill. A profit-seeking business would measure success by the amount of profit they make, which may be because the owner will have more funds available for personal use or to reinvest into the business. A not-for-profit business would measure success by being able to continue to run, as their goal is to make enough revenue to continue to operate. All businesses have stakeholders that affect different aspects of the business and influences the success of the business. A stakeholder is anyone who can affect or be affected by a business. There are two categories of stakeholders, internal and external. An internal stakeholder is anyone inside the business that has a stake in the business. There are three stakeholders that are internal to the business. Managers are the decision makers and bosses of the business. Employees do most of the work and report to the managers. The owners have overall responsibility for the business. An external stakeholder is anyone outside of the business who has a stake in the business. A supplier is anyone that supplies materials and resources to the business. A lender is anyone that lends the business money, which could be done through a bank loan, a government loan, or a mortgage. A competitor is anyone in competition with the business. Debtors are anyone who owes money to the business for a good or service that they have already received. A creditor is anyone who the business owes money to for a good or service that the business has already received. A customer is anyone outside the business who purchases goods and service from the business. Government agencies and departments have a stake in the business as they inform and legislate how businesses must operate. Members of the local community can also be involved with the operation of a business, such as working in a training center or a post office. Pressure groups are organizations that seek to influence change for a specific cause, typically by influencing lawmakers to change the law. Interest groups are anyone with an interest in the business and look to influence the business for a specific cause. A shareholder is anyone who owns a part or share of the business. Shareholders influence the success of a business as they are largely profit-focused and influence the decision-making process to ensure the business's profits and returns are increased. Customers have a large influence on the success of the business as they are the reason that business is run. If a business provides strong customer service, then their customer loyalty and retention will increase, allowing them to make more sales from returning customers. Employees also have a large influence on business success as they are essential to the running of the business. If employees are more productive and innovative, then the business is able to do more to fulfill its aims. Businesses must use the appropriate method of presenting and delivering information. Doing this effectively allows the business to be more successful as the people in the business will understand the information when making decisions. The business may decide to use written presentations to share information. Formal reports are often used for financial information, whereas informal reports are often used for non-financial information. The business may decide to use oral presentations to share information. Video conferencing is typically used when the individuals cannot be in the same room. A PowerPoint presentation is often used to communicate information with a large number of people. A business may decide to use social media to communicate with and bring in potential customers. The business may also decide to make use of virtual communities where new ideas can be developed, which is useful when the business is trying to expand. Thank you for watching this video on features and success of businesses. I'll see you in the next lesson.